Well, anyway, as probably heard. So, yeah, so the language was atrocious. Now, it's all in knowledge that he's got. I've Yeah, you can see my comment here. Yeah, and clearly, she agreed that a person is Satya. You see the comments here. I put yes. Well, of course he doesn't promote himself, but if you're not promoting yourself, all about natural expression. Well, not exactly, because if you're a guru of that standard, your natural expression will not to be cursing. So, and look, his use of language is also natural. How can you say that his use of language is natural? Well, frankly, no. It is not natural at all. It is a total embarrassment. It is something very, very shocking. I mean, I just cannot believe. And as you can see in my comment here, there is nothing holy at all about swearing. It is against all scriptures. I am shocked. He can be treated with so much respect when he can express himself like this. I'm ashamed as an Indian, which is very true. I am ashamed as a Hindu. I cannot respect any guru that swears, especially using F words in his content. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you're going to speak like this, I lose respect immediately and automatically for you. So, yeah, I mean, I cannot respect this guy at all, I mean, yes, he might be famous in his knowledge, as I said, but for me, it's not about all about knowledge only. It's about how you express that knowledge. And, if you're going to express your knowledge like that, then for me, that is just out of order. And, he, as far as I'm concerned, this guru has really degraded himself. Satya speaks. I'm actually so shocked that he can dare to say, the F word at her, he is not a real, for me, I mean, other people might respect him, and if they want to hear that, then, as far as I'm concerned, they are not true Hindus, because all the other people that I've watched, the great sort of Hindu sages and masters, they would never ever degrade themselves to this extent. So here we go. Totally lost my respect. I'm sorry, Mr. Guruji. You call yourself Satya Speaks. You need to be exposed. You are not a proper guru. Well, I'm not saying you might have great knowledge, and I'll give you that. I respect your wisdom, but I am very, very disappointed in the way that you expressed that, that you brought it out. The tone, the vocabulary is absolutely dreadful. It is a terrible disgrace. I mean, look, I'm not even a guru. Well, I mean, I've got good knowledge, okay? I would say my knowledge is on a guru level, but I am much better than you at self-control, it seems, in control of your speech. I would never ever express myself like that. You're meant to be very, very, what's the word? You're meant to be very tactful, very, very sensitive, very civilized in your speech. That is very coarse speech. That is not civil speech at all. You cannot be saying that. I was absolutely shocked. That is a bombshell. You're a disgrace as an Indian. These Indian people are meant to be very good, and I'm going to show this to Mr. Finn. You make the Christians, embarrass you, because the Christian ministers and whatnot, they will not speak like that. You see, you really have brought shame on yourself with that one foul word, that one bad sentence. You have really messed yourself up. Now, I don't care. I am not subscribing to you. I have lost all respect because of what you did. You are not meant to say that. And as far as I will watch your videos because I like to learn, and I'm very fond of wisdom, but I am just appalled at how can you possibly express yourself in that way if you are a real guru, an Indian guru, and don't bring shame on your community and the other Indians watching this. They need to see. I'm surprised. I mean, everyone is praising the guy and whatnot, there's so many comments, but has anybody actually noticed what he has said? It's ironic. Someone said, shut up and listen. Well, I've listened, and okay, he's got a great influence, but I am just shocked. I mean, a guy of that wisdom. Someone said, thank you, Guruji, profound wisdom. Well, I couldn't really care. It just ruined it for me. The whole vibe ruined when he said that one vulgar thing about women, about the F word, about girls. I mean, that he lost me there. I mean, I still watch the video out, but I'm very, very disappointed, and I am publicly exposing him. I don't care. He needs to be exposed. How dare he speak like that and then proclaim that he's a high religious leader? I mean, I'll try my best. I've done the same thing, but in my videos I would never dare to use that sort of language. He could be the greatest mystic for all I care, but you've lost total respect for me once you dare to speak in that very, very vulgar way. So there you go. So I think everyone needs to see that this Guruji has really, really, really done a terrible job. I mean, sure, the wisdom is great and everything, but the way he expressed it was a big bombshell. I mean, I was never expecting to hear that, after, what he's meant to be a great spiritual leader. He's got so many subscribers, but Guruji, you have failed miserably in the way you converse your speech, and I think he deserves to be roasted. I mean, I might not have the full wisdom like he has, or even half, but I would never ever speak like that to my audience. I mean, what was he thinking? That is just terrible. He really needs to get his act together. He might be in a high state of consciousness, who knows, but I am appalled at him, at this sort of behavior. And I'm very surprised, actually, this wasn't picked up by anybody. I'm the first person that picked it up. Someone has actually agreed, with me. Well, not agreed, but at least acknowledged that this, this Guruji is speaking like that. Of course, his style of communication is not for me. Well, no, obviously not. I expect the highest levels of no swear and very, very, professional speech. We have had people raise this question. You see, so there have been other people that have raised the question, which is good. So, people have also probably been very disappointed with this Guruji in this style of communication. But, it is certainly not natural. That is not what I would call natural at all, For me, that's very unnatural. You ought to be ashamed, Mr. Guruji. I'm sure that God is hearing everything and will not be impressed with your use of unclean speech. That mouth there, wash it out. Yeah. Oh boy, well, you know what? If he was on my live stream, he would have been kicked out for sure. I don't care how much knowledge he's got, but he's not going to be speaking like that, to me on a live stream. Guruji, you are an embarrassment to the Hindu nation. I would never have expected this, He calls himself a Hindu, and, his style is absolutely atrocious. It is embarrassing. It is totally embarrassing to be giving a lecture like this and then making that vulgar speech come out of his mouth, he's not. And I hope other people see this, and please give this guy a big roasting, because I am shocked, he's not meant to be speaking like that. People have to learn the culture of Hinduism is about self-respect. It's about, not using any vulgar or harsh speech. You have to be as civilized and polite as possible. And at least, even in the text, you should be using asterisks. But yeah, I'm thoroughly ashamed of the way that his this lecture went. I haven't seen all his videos, but I will check them out. And any more, then I'm going to expose him and give him a roast. And I think it's very important that people recognize that, if you're going to be speaking at this level and have this much influence, then you need to watch what you say, your speech. Yeah. Well, I've tried to do a good job, and I hope I have on my own videos. But yeah, this Guruji definitely deserves to be exposed and has been exposed, and hopefully in future he will definitely watch his tongue. And I'm not giving it a like, you see. I haven't given it a like just because of that one big mistake. Okay, well, let's end the video there, and I hope everyone learned something useful. Okay, goodbye everyone.